Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Detroit Lions. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
Second down and 8. Here's Hooker. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jeff Smith. His first touchdown of the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's Young. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Hooker now off play action. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD. And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Hooker wants to change the look. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jamison Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
16 more on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and 10, Young. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, start.
It's Young off play action. His throw incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Black Ultra.
Young to throw it. He's got his line back out of the backfield. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Let's go now.
17-0 our score after one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Young. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They're looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Going for it with Sanders. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
First down.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Real green.
They'll try to throw now. Young. That's caught by Mingo right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. That stop made by Jack Campbell. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Come on, set.
This is 2nd and 8.
Red, cycle. Ready?
They go play action. Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another run for Gibbs here. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This one swung out to Montgomery. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on second and goal. Off play action. Here's Hooker. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal.
Reload, reload. Say, hey. 65 catch, 65 catch.
Looking to throw, Hooker. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Patterson's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Cougar 19.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
On second down, Hooker. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Throwing. Hooker. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Hooker. It's caught on the right side of Smith. Touchdown! Jeff Smith with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders to about the 35, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Young. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrace Marshall, 65 yards. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 97 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Hooker. It's caught. Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Gibbs going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Hooker. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row,
and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point try now for Patterson. And it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers get a bit closer. They'll turn to Sanders, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, but it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. It makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Ready. Trouble, 38. Ready.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Young looks to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Young's throw taken in by Chark. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Okay, ready?
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll throw again. Young eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Young working out of the gun. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a chip shot here. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. They'll go for it. Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Yeah, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now he'll try to run with this, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Hooker. That is intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Seven Pirates. Go.
Hooker to throw. Oh, and you can forget overtime. This is going to be a safety in the final minute of the game. Oh, my. Gosh, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you've got a tie game and time running out. You've got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
Now a 3rd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return is Williams. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Lions will take over. This is 1st and 10.
Hurry, 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 hurry.
Here's Hooker. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's first down.
Hurry, hurry.
Young to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.